What's going on, everyone? Zarnox here, and we're back with another 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross video. This week in PvP, there is an exclusive rule where we have no Super Awakenings in normal Ungeared global PvP. So, we're going to try out some teams this week and see what kind of nonsense we can get up to. Last video, we checked out the common Guardian King team, and it went really well. Obviously, that's one of my better built out teams, so it was naturally going to do well. So, today, I want to try a little bit of a different team. This is a team that I've seen Seaton run and other YouTubers as well. I don't personally run it that often because, as you see, my Kyo isn't fully super awakened. He only has 3 of the 4 because he's only got a +2 ultimate. So it's kind of hard, to come up with those super awakening coins. I'm only a budget player, so I don't really have access to a lot of those coins. But I think this team is a lot of fun, and I want to show it off in PvP because it has a lot of pressure with the Kyo Ignites, plus Zeldris rollback, and obviously Gother pumping out a lot of damage and increased attack-related stats to both of these two. Obviously, if you're running this team, you more than likely want to run Athena in the back so you have even more ult control because, ult rush is so popular right now in the PvP meta. Unfortunately, I don't have Athena, so we're just going to have to make do with Elizabeth, but she's that unit that you can always throw in the back line and is always good. So without further ado, let's hop into some matches and let's see how things go. Alright, looks like we're hopping into our first match here. Let's see what kind of opponent we have. Hopefully we have a real player. Ooh, an alt rush team right off the bat. That's kind of unlucky for us. This is a King alt rush team, which means they have a way to actively get rid of our Ignite stacks. Thankfully though, with no Elizabeth on the front line, we can actually put a lot of pressure on King to stop his healing. So, let's do this. We're going to upgrade Gother to get Pumpkin Bombs up, just to roll back their ultimates, because this depletes ultimate gauge, and with the upgrade, it depletes 2. And then we're going to put a heal skill lock on, a recovery skill lock on King. This should put us in a spot where he's got to move a card and reduce ultimate anyways, if he wants to try and get rid of that Pumpkin Bomb. He can't just do it for free, which thankfully actually gives us a Gother upgrade, which means we've got a good amount of pressure we can put on next turn. Let's see what he gets up to. Okay, looks like he's going to attack in with Meliodas this turn. Completely reasonable. AoE attack. And let's see who he hits with the third attack. Yep, Gother, because he wants to get rid of those. Gother's passive basically ramps up everyone's attack-related stats, giving you a ton of damage. So, obviously you want to take him out first. Normally I would be going for Gother here as well, but unfortunately for us, we do have to deal with King, because King can be a huge problem for our team. So we're going to do this, and this, just to make sure we get King down. Get that last upgrade. We've got a lot of really good cards here to put pressure on the team, and with the Ignite stats, boom, that'll 100% make sure King falls over here. So we're in a pretty good spot. Obviously, now we've actually removed Gother's passive because Green Merlin came down, and they're both unknown units. So now he doesn't have that crazy ramped up damage from his passive. Let's see what he goes for. He's going to put on the Protect Shield, and he's going to rush Gother ult this turn. But thankfully for us, we do have a level 3 Zeldris card, so we can definitely stop him here. Ooh, now the struggle bus begins. So, he's got 2 ultimates on deck here. Now, thankfully, we do have a lot of damage with Kyo and Zeldris, and what we could probably do is do a little something like this. This could be a little risky because we could upgrade Esker. Actually, you know what? Let's not do anything too wild here. Let's just take down his Gother, I think is the play. Use that to break the shield. This to take off the ultimates. His level 3 probably would have killed, actually. So I might have trolled a little bit there. But I just wanted to make sure 100% we weren't dealing with any ultimates this coming turn. And I want 1 unit dead because that way he only has 2 cards he can use, which means it gives us a stronger chance to just keep pressure on him here. Okay, a little bit of an interesting play, damaging into the Elizabeth. He doesn't really have any good targets to go for here anyways. So we're in a very good spot where we can just, because we have so many Ignite stacks now thanks to Kyo, we can just nuke right into Meliodas, and there shouldn't be much of a problem here. Obviously his upgraded cards is a nuisance, but I think honestly Kyo just kills him here. Yep, and there you have it. First match is looking pretty good. I don't think this was a bot. I could be wrong. We'll find out here in a minute. I imagine most players would surrender after that. Good old Kratos69 seems to be champing it out, though. I think it probably is a bot. That's okay. You got to see the power of this team. Once it gets ramped up, you can do a ton of damage. So let's just keep nuking them down. Merlin, thankfully, is very squishy, especially when you have red Zeldris on the team. Plus Kyo's ignites. There's not much you could do anyways here. Boom. Boom. Game 1's in the bag. Might have been a bot for that first match, which is unfortunate. I am playing a little earlier than I usually do for this game. So let's hop into the next match and see if we can find a real player. Alright, so looks like we are hopping into our second match right now. Let's see what kind of team we are working with here. We are fighting a Pierce team. Now this is not good. I have no way to counter Pierce, obviously. Kyo does reduce some of their damage, but we've got to deal with a lot of damage here and not a lot of way to stop it. So it's going to be a tough one, actually. I'm going to have to really plan how I'm going to kill Rugal. So what we're going to do, we're going to upgrade Kyo because basically next turn I think we're going to try and hit him with like a level 3 card if we can. And we're going to set this up. This could be risky. I don't know for sure if this is the best play. I just want to make sure he can't remove the ignite stats because you want to try and get Rugal close as half as you can and then kill him. Because if he gets up to half health, or if he goes past half health, he heals to full and gets a bunch of increased damage. Alright, here we go. Here comes the onslaught of Pierce cards. Oh my god, that still does a lot of damage. Calculate stats down. Not what we want, but it is what it is. Okay, we're alive. Not in the greatest spot, but we are definitely alive. So what we want to do here... we got to kill Rugal. Rugal's got to go. I don't know if this is the best play to do it, but we won't survive another turn. So I think we have to hope that Zeldris gets his health as low as he can. And Kyo can just full send the rest of the damage. We'll find out here in a moment. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately for us, we was just a little too much damage, so now we are definitely gonna lose. Alright, let's hop into the next match. Give him a little friendly wave. He got us beat with that one. Caught us slipping with no counter to Pierce. Not much you can do in that scenario, but you know, it is what it is. Alrighty, we are hopping into our next match here. Let's see what we have on the line. We've been on the struggle bus a bit with this team. I've lost last couple matches trying to get this team working here. It is what it is, like I said though. Champion is a very interesting place where you can fight a lot of people who have crazy teams and a lot of people who are just kind of like getting a team going. Alright, here we have a very interesting team. It's very similar to our team. It's basically ours but with Escanor instead of Kyo. I'm quite curious to see if he maybe has Athena in the back to stop Alt Rush, but let's find out here, shall we? What we're going to do... I don't think Alt Rush is necessarily a struggle here. I think what we want to do... upgrade our boy Zeldris. Nuke in... and we're just going to attack with the Zeldris card. We don't have enough Kyo stacks to really be putting a lot of pressure on. So we'll just put the pumpkin bombs. Because we would have to move cards to get rid of the pumpkin bombs. He's got no recovery cards with this team. Which means like, if you had red Gother, the attack disable would be huge to stop this team's pressure. Obviously you could move a card with Zeldris or rush alt with Escanor. But I'm quite curious to see what he does for. What he goes for here. I think he's going to rush Escanor ult, obviously to remove debuffs. Which might make him a better target to rush, but thanks to having pumpkin bombs, we basically can stop a lot of his Escanor alt rush. And honestly, what we can do right now, double fire into Gother. This will probably kill Gother due to the strength of this level 2 card. And then, just to be safe, we'll fire off one of these, and then next turn we could always merge a card on one of those two. And get an ultimate. Perfect. There goes Gother. So that means he's not getting any ramping damage. Just put a bunch of damage on with Kyo. And we are in a very good spot again. So let's see what he opts for here. His back unit is Elizabeth. Okay, so now we have to be a little smart because a revive is in play. We can't just instant nuke someone or else all of our ignite stacks are gone. And that is not what we want to deal with. So it looks like he's going to be removing... interesting. So he's removing the Ignite stacks by moving cards, and he's going to attack once in Kyo, which is okay. Now, obviously, the Ignite stacks are going to come back, because as long as Kyo's in play, they're taking Ignites. But I think what we want to do here is try to rush some ultimates. You can't really rush ultimates with... you can't really rush ultimates with Zeldris in play. I'm gonna do this. Ooh, it's not necessarily... I think I auto-picked that card by accident. I wanted to do the other Zeldris card, but that's completely okay, because now we have a level 3 Kyo attack, which basically means anyone with an Ignite stack is going to die. Maybe not Goddess Liz, but we'll find out. Yeah, I would have had Zeldris ult. I think I ran out of time. So you can't take too long to think in this game is one of those things that you got to be conscious about always. Wow, he just survived a level 3 Zeldris attack. Now, I don't think he survives a Cruel Sun, though. Oh my god! Kyo's coming in the clutch! Hanging in there. Oh, he's alive! Alrighty, so... now what we can do... punch into him with his level 3. Or sorry, punch into Zeldris with a level 3. Then we are also going to... I don't think the Ignites... I think what we do is this. And... maybe just make sure Escanor dies as well. Because that way, at least, if we don't kill Zeldris, we do not have to worry about him. Never mind. Kyo's a beast. This man putting the team on his back here. Punching everyone. Gonna just hit into Elizabeth. And Escanor will 100% go down here due to the Ignites. And I think that is it for our boy here. Wait and see. Might want to try and champ it out. I do respect it when people don't surrender on the one unit. It's hard not to. Yeah. Looks like it's going to come out with the forfeit. And let's hop into the next match. See if we can find one more player for today. Okay, looks like we are into our last match of the day. Hopefully we have a real player on the line. If not, I'll buy some tickets and we'll see if we can find a real player to at least end this on. Let's see what kind of team we're up against here. We're up against a good old Sariel team in Ungeared. I'm surprised people are still doing this. I ran into a couple yesterday as well. But you know, if you feel like it's working for you, go for it. I'm actually not sure how well this team stands up to this. We can put a lot of damage onto Sariel and the other units of this team. So honestly, what I think we'll do here is because we got the merge, we're gonna upgrade, and I don't think we necessarily need to kill Sariel. I think we just try to get rid of Gother to reduce his crit, his ramping crit damage. So we'll hit the level 2. Obviously level 2 doesn't do increased damage, but the level 3 does, and instantly kill Gother out of the game. So boom, Sariel is not getting his increased damage now. And we're in a fantastic spot. And Meliodas in the back. Now I honestly thought Death Pierce would be hiding back there. So this does put us in a bit of a bind. Because even though despite the fact he's down a unit now, we do have to deal with the incredible pressure and damage of both Sariel and Lost Vein Meliodas. Like, look at that. Even with no Death Pierce in the back, Sariel's still putting work on this team. So what I think we'll do here, we're going to upgrade into Kyo, because Kyo's got to make some plays happen. Luckily, again, we're getting some good RNG merges here. So let's attack with the AoE card. I would love to kill Sariel with this, but I think we just have to make sure that we kill... we have to make sure we kill our boy Droll here, because if Droll stays alive, then we are going to be in a really bad spot. So, got Droll down. We did probably upgrade Meliodas. Oh, it doesn't look like he had any on Meliodas cards, so that's very good. Obviously, he did get a couple merges there, but thanks to a good little bit of lifesteal, Kyo's a little better than he was before with some resistance stacks. Unfortunately, resistance is not good to have against Sariel because of his push-through effect on this card right here. Increases the damage. And it actually doesn't matter because we got really good RNG that match, and with the upgrades and Kyo's just pure damage, we were able to just put too much pressure on his units there. And looks like that's it. That's our last match for the days. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hopefully you like this team. This is a team that I really wish I could run. Obviously, when you run into alt rush, this team does struggle a little more. Thankfully today, we didn't run into any alt rushes. We did run into a Pierce team that just destroyed us, but you know, it is what it is. That's PvP. You never know what you're really going to get into until you hop into a match. So hopefully you guys found this team out and maybe you found it a lot of fun, maybe inspired you to maybe want to give it a try. Obviously, this is a great week to test out some teams. Make sure to tune in next time. We're probably going to do a commandment team. I'm going to probably run my boy Zeldris again because I love doing Zeldris on a team. And until the next video, I hope you guys have an awesome day.